Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Welcome to the In-Flight News Report. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to talk about Star Trek and the latest news from the Trek showrunners. And as always, I deliver my commentary with reckless abandon. But first, let's check the headlines. Your favorite movie destinations aren't as cool in real life, says grumpy old turtle. Alright, let's get right into it. Star Trek is getting a series of standalone mini short Trek episodes. When Star Trek Discovery's original showrunner, Brian Fuller, first met with CBS executives about bringing a new Star Trek series to the small screen, he proposed the new property as an anthology series similar to the format and style of Ryan Murphy's American Horror Story. That would allow a much wider lens on the larger Trek universe than any of the previous series or films had been able to accomplish. CBS was reportedly interested, but suggested he start with a serialized short story first to test the waters. With his exit from the show in October 2016 went any chance of a more eclectic take on Discovery. I don't know if more eclecticness is really what we want, but until now. This afternoon, at the Discovery panel at San Diego Comic-Con's Hall H, co-creator and current showrunner Alex Kurtzman announced Star Trek Short Treks, a series of monthly short Trek stories that will function like bonus content and air on CBS All Access in conjunction with the larger Star Trek Discovery series. By the way, this article's 2 days old. So it's not this afternoon, but a couple afternoons ago. CBS says short treks will air in installments of about 10 to 15 minutes. It is an opportunity for deeper storytelling and exploration of key characters and themes that fit into the expanding Star Trek universe. Among the planned episodes, a Harvey Mudd episode directed by and of course starring Rainn Wilson, a sidebar for Ensign Sylvia Tilly, Mary Wiseman, an episode starring Aldous Hodge, aka Jack from the Black Mirror episode Black Museum, as a man stranded on a deserted ship, and best of all, a much-needed deep dive into Lieutenant Commander Saru, the first and evidently only Kelpian in Starfleet. There is no shortage of compelling stories to tell in the Star Trek universe that inspire, entertain, and either challenge our preconceived ideas or affirm long-held beliefs, and we are excited to broaden the universe already with short treks. Kurtzman said in a press release, each episode will deliver closed-ended stories while revealing clues about what's to come in future Star Trek Discovery episodes. They'll also introduce audiences to new characters who may inhabit the larger world of Star Trek. During the panel, attendees also got to see the first trailer for season 2 of Star Trek Discovery, and they learned a few more bits of news. Kurtzman confirmed that season 2 would feature Spock, the Vulcan commander under the original series, Captain James T. Kirk, rumored to be appearing in the Discovery universe. After the season 1 finale featured Captain Christopher Pike, Anson Mount, and the USS Enterprise. Mount, meanwhile, confirmed that number 1 would also be joining him on screen. He wasn't in the last season. The lead up to the second season of Discovery has been a ride, to say the least. In June, season 1 showrunners Gretchen Berg and Aaron Harberts were fired following reports of budget concerns and allegations of abuse from the writer's room. Days later, it was announced that Kurtzman would be taking over showrunner in addition to his duties as executive producer. He also signed on to a 5-year CBS deal that would include overseeing several additional Trek series, now including short treks, and possibly another would see the return of Star Trek The Next Generation star Patrick Stewart. So, what do I think of all this? I like the idea of more Star Trek, anyways. I think being that it's 15 minutes is not enough time to really do much with. I'm not a huge fan of that idea. But I like that they might make Harry Mudd stories he was always entertaining, and I really like the idea of Saru getting more screen time. I think he's one of the more interesting characters, if not the most interesting, to come out of Discovery. But, having new characters come in is really cool. Bringing Number 1 back from the original pilot's pretty cool. And apparently Rebecca Romijn is going to play her, which she would be a welcome addition in my opinion. What do I think about Discovery overall? I like some of what they've done. The meat of the story was really good. They haven't yet established themselves to really fit into the larger Trek canon, and I might go into more detail on this in another video, but for now, I'm excited for what they're coming up with. There's a lot of new things, and I really like the idea, if they do it right, of Sir Patrick Stewart coming back to possibly play Captain Picard. I've heard that he might be an ancestor of Picard or something like that. There's, if it's done right, it could be really cool. If it's true to the character and to the actor, and I think it really has to be the modern day Picard, like a while after the events of Nemesis, following after, which is what I really want to see in Star Trek. Not a huge fan of prequels, and that's one of my complaints about Discovery, but I'm really excited for what comes next, and I hope that they use a modern, the term modern in air quotes, Jean-Luc Picard. That would be really cool. But yeah, that's enough for me. Let me know if you liked this video, or if you enjoyed it, leave a like. And feel free to leave a comment down below, share it with your fellow passengers, and subscribe if you want to see more. And as always, make sure your seat back and tray table is in their upright and fixed position, and I will see you on the beach.